Have you ever felt that society pressures us to constantly be surrounded by people? That having a large social circle is the only way to feel valued? What if that's not true? As we age, we begin to see life differently. It's not about how many people we know, but about the peace and fulfillment we find within ourselves. Today, I'll share how living joyfully alone can be one of the most freeing experiences of your life. By the end, you'll see why solitude isn't loneliness, it's liberation. Let's begin. The illusion of social validation. Looking back, I remember the constant pressure to be socially active, attending events, making connections, proving my worth through social validation. Back then, friendships were measured by quantity, not quality. But over time, something changed. I realized happiness isn't found in crowded rooms, but in quiet moments of self-reflection. Society convinces us that being alone means being lonely, but in reality, it can mean something entirely different. Inner peace. Instead of chasing endless acquaintances, I turned inward. I started cherishing the simple joys, morning coffee in silence, a peaceful walk, or watching the sunset without distraction. These small moments held more depth than any fleeting social gathering, prioritizing meaningful connections. One of the biggest shifts in my life was letting go of forced relationships. Over the years, I realized that not every friendship is built to last, and that's okay. The relationships that truly matter don't need constant validation. They withstand the test of time. For me, family became the foundation of emotional support, a deep conversation with a loved one, the laughter of grandchildren, or a simple check-in from an old friend. These moments held more meaning than superficial connections. Even casual interactions, a friendly nod from a neighbor, a smile from a barista, reminded me that connection isn't about numbers. It's about sincerity. The power of solitude. Many fear solitude, mistaking it for isolation. But solitude, when embraced, is a gift. It's a time for self-reflection, creativity, and inner growth. In these quiet moments, I processed life's ups and downs, made peace with my past, and truly understood myself. Being alone wasn't an empty space. It was a space filled with potential. So does aging mean isolation? Absolutely not. It means shifting from seeking validation to nurturing relationships that truly enrich our lives. Letting go of societal expectations. For most of our lives, we're told that success is tied to social status, constant networking, and being seen. But in old age, that pressure fades, and in its place comes freedom. I no longer measure my worth by how many people surround me. Instead, I value the richness of my experiences, the wisdom gained, and the love shared with those who truly matter. If you've ever felt like you're not enough because your social circle is smaller than it once was, let me remind you, you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Adapting to a new lifestyle aging also brings practical changes, physical limitations, shifting energy levels, and different priorities. And that's okay. Instead of overwhelming myself with social commitments, I learned to appreciate smaller, more meaningful interactions. A phone call with a loved one, a short visit with a neighbor, or even an email to an old friend. These moments carry just as much value. Technology also became a tool for staying connected. Video calls, messages, and online communities helped maintain relationships without the exhaustion of constant socializing. Embracing the cycle of life with time comes loss. Friends and loved ones leave. And while the pain is real, it also serves as a reminder. Cherish those who remain and honor the memories of those who have passed. Rather than viewing loss as an ending, I see it as a chapter in my story. Every relationship, no matter how long or short, has shaped the person I am today. Instead of mourning what's gone, I celebrate the love and wisdom they left behind. Leaving a legacy of wisdom. One of the most meaningful parts of aging is the wisdom we carry. It's not something you can buy or rush. It's earned through experiences, challenges, and moments of triumph. I've realized that sharing this wisdom through conversations, writing, or simply leading by example creates a lasting impact. And I ask you this, what lessons would you pass on? What experiences have shaped you? Because in sharing our stories, we inspire those who come after us. Redefining connection. When we're younger, connection often means constant engagement, parties, social gatherings, and being part of a crowd. But as we age, connection becomes more about depth than frequency. I've learned that connection isn't measured in hours spent together, but in the sincerity of the moments shared. A kind word from a stranger, a shared silence with a dear friend, a brief but heartfelt exchange. These fleeting moments hold more meaning than we often realize. The most important relationship, with yourself. At the end of the day, the greatest companion you'll ever have is yourself. For years, I sought validation from others, trying to fit into expectations that didn't truly reflect who I was. But now I embrace the freedom of being unapologetically me. Your worth isn't defined by how many friends you have, how busy your calendar is, or how often you're invited somewhere. It's found in how fully you accept and appreciate yourself. And I ask you this, when was the last time you truly enjoyed your own company? Final thoughts. The beauty of living joyfully alone. In a world that often equates success with social status, I've learned something different. True happiness isn't in numbers, but in depth. You don't need endless acquaintances or constant social events to feel fulfilled. You need peace, authenticity, and the freedom to live on your own terms. So I invite you to reflect. What truly brings you joy? How do you want to spend your time? Comment below. Are you embracing solitude, or are you still searching for that peace? Let's start a conversation. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights on living a fulfilling life at any age. Thank you for watching.